Hello and welcome to edition 6 of 6. Jeff, we're looking at a hot pepper down yonder. Did you see her?
I saw her skanking it up,
Jeff, it's a nightclub.
and she was skanking it up.
Oh, be nice. Well, I had to take a second look, but
Her skillful dance moves entice you.
my evil twin was enticed. I got a slice of pizza instead.
Yeah, that didn't look so good either.
And it wasn't. It was not. It was, yeah.
You
But
should have gone for a slice of the other.
Detroit calling here, though. This was nice, and this is a Dearborn-based company, Carhartt. Imagine that. WIP, is that like a VIP in the Czech Republic?
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. But there's styling here in the city of Prague. But yeah, this was a 3-city tour we took. We did Budapest, Vienna, and Prague, and we'll have one night in Amsterdam. And some of this footage has been rehashed from show 5 of 6, and that's because your audio mic was out there for a bit.
Yeah, I stupidly turned the mic off and forgot to turn it back on.
But not to worry. We can do a double take kind of thing, and it'll be like take 2. They got this neon thing, and it was changing all number of colors. I think this is the newfangled technology they have. Lighting is just, it's crazy what they can do. Yeah, I'll have to see what night if I show the date, but it was a nice evening night in Prague. And if you're into high fashion for sneakers, they had this one on display. You gonna run out and get a pair of those, Jeff?
I'm gonna take a pass.
They have a thing for ducks here. I'm not sure what that all is, but I think this is their casino. One of several that they have. And then you were familiar with this, Jeff.
Slivovice. It's good stuff. Plum-based moonshine.
Well, they have these electric streetcars, and I'll probably show the time clock here, but it was after midnight. I like this hotel, Jeff. This was a classy little place we had here.
Yeah, we got really good, we were lucky with our accommodations. Hotel Hostel.
Okay, the next, and breakfasts are just fabulous. As a rule, I don't normally do breakfast, but you have to.
Yeah, it's free with the room, and I gotta say, the highlight on almost every one of these is the bread. It's just fantastic. I don't know why we can't have bread like this in America. It says something when you got all this crap out there and the best thing there is bread.
Oh, well, you could do the fresh fruits and all that, and the pastries.
Oh, yeah, they had some good pastries, too.
And then just through the whole hotel, they had artwork hanging out, like, all over the place. It was like, this is...
Yeah, there was some historic stuff going on with this hotel.
Yeah, Albert Einstein liked this place, right?
Yeah. And it comes with a little weight on the key that you can handily use to knock anybody out that's pissing you off.
I had a chance, and I felt rich or something. I wanted to showcase the money they have here in the Czech Republic.
Featuring a variety of crazy old dudes on it.
Yeah, but they like lions, at least on their coins. Well, there's a horse, but I think we'll get. Yeah, and their coinage, and then a lot of buildings, you'll see a lot of lions. So you got to give them credit for that. You know, if they're lion fans, they're cool.
Who's not?
Yeah, here, look, a lion there. With a tail, too. There's another lion. Fancy tail. So, yeah, we saved a few coins or whatever, but, yeah, it's like Monopoly money now. But, yeah, October 20th, if that's the date I had shown, that's a Friday.
That poor dog.
Banker's Bar. Valuable spirits.
And overpriced cocktails.
The only bank that you'll ever need. The European Union. So here's a fancy sports car.
It's just a Porsche.
She was styling, though. Okay, so we transferred to hotel rooms. You remember this one?
Yeah, this was one of the coolest hotels we stayed at. We went to the lesser quarter, Malestrana, and got a much bigger hotel room for the same price. It was a huge room, actually. Hardwood floors, and it even came with its own halberd in case you wanted to do a little bit of medieval jousting or fencing.
Oh, yeah, each room had its own theme or whatever. I think I'll show that later. But, yeah, well-appointed place. It was like well, and even the bathroom. See, that's the toilet thing. But then it
Came with a drinking fountain there, right next to the toilet. That was convenient.
That was a drinking fountain?
Oh, well, maybe not.
Yeah, and look at the pillows, like a baby pillow, mama pillow.
Hotel Costans. This had one of the more entertaining front desk clerks you'll come across in Europe.
Yeah, that's half the fun of travel, I think, sometimes, is just making decent friends or having some funny conversations with people that, like, work there or, just the common people. But, yeah, he was quite the character.
Man. Wow, that's not right.
It's a dog-friendly city.
Man. That's not right either. Good Lord. What the hell's going on?
That will jar your bones. And they had a Pinocchio museum or a party shop. Look at all the different styles there.
Yeah, that's something I was never thinking about buying. And still I'm not.
I don't know if that was a communications tower down yonder, but we're making our way up to the castle. And
yeah, it's got quite the incline to get up to this thing. Hopefully there's a place on the way where you can buy a large beer which comes in a 2-liter size, which I promptly proceeded to chug and then couldn't find a bathroom later, so.
Ooh.
Top tip. Don't drink 2 liters of beer before going to the castle.
Wow, yes. Jeff, you're imparting some good words of advice. I'm
Well,
sure people will take heed.
The bathrooms all required that you pay in coins to get into them, and I lacked the appropriate change, so it was difficult. And half of them were closed, and then after paying to get into one of these fantastic bathrooms, some asshole had pissed all over the floor, so yeah.
That's like a TMI kind of story there, Jeff. Oh, my Lord.
Well, it wasn't me pissing all over the floor. I'm just saying.
Oh, my
You'd
gosh.
think after you pay
Jeff,
for a
Jeff,
bathroom,
stop.
you'd
Stop
think it would be
already.
clean.
All right, look, there's a crown here.
Especially in a castle, man. Show some decorum.
Well, this was your 2-liter beer.
I think that might have been, yeah. The guy said, "Do you want a small beer or a large beer?" And I didn't inquire about the size.
Wow, yeah, that was quite the difference.
Not anticipating that they'd bring out 2 liters of beer in one fell swoop.
The youngsters like to do the
Yeah.
picture taking, and I think it's Instagram.
Instagram skanking, I think it is. I believe that's the official term.
No, that's just not millennials, Generation Z. So,
Well,
but a lot of generations do that. That's part of vacationing. You want to take a picture with, a nice background.
yeah, I don't know about getting in front of like some official monument and trying to show your tits to a good advantage, but whatever works for you.
Well, it works for some people.
I'm sure these soldiers were impressed.
Yeah, well, they have the changing of the guard, and we shall see that. Now, on a nice clear day, this might have come out really sharp, but a little hazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, we got sunlight on the day we were leaving, of course.
All in all, the weather wasn't bad.
No, it was great in Budapest and just marginally worse as time went on, but it's to be expected given the time of year.
Yeah, October 20th, this is a Friday. So the leaves, even though back home they were changing color,
Global warming.
they had a slower start over here.
Global warming.
Yeah, it's not a hoax. It's the real deal, isn't it, Jeff?
It's, it's something. It appears to be happening.
Yeah. Down yonder is their kind of like their downtown area. They have a little higher buildings and stuff. Oh, here's the changing of the guard. Whatever you call that step, they got that step down.
I believe that's called the goose step, and
The
you would
goose
think
step?
in Europe they would kind of like maybe think about doing a different march or something. Especially since Czechoslovakia got occupied by the Nazis.
Well, maybe there's only certain steps you can do when you change the guard. Who knows?
Yeah, bending the knee is tough.
No, this thing's circled around with a big fence or whatever. Look at this.
It's almost like it was a castle.
Yeah, I guess it is. We got it in just in the nick of time.
As usual, we came right at the end.
But that was okay. We had enough time.
Yeah, there's the big thing to see here is St. Stephen's Basilica. And here's some more Instagram tramps. And anyway, this is the most impressive part of the castle grounds.
There were a lot of tour groups, so you could have a guide that would give you the whole lecture thing. So he was explaining some of the intricacies of this door.
Who is expanding the original small church to a bigger church here, Basilica. The first things are
Yeah, doors are cool.
50-50 shot, he just made that up as he was going along.
All right.
Oh, St. Vitus Cathedral, sorry.
Yeah, even at this late hour, there was quite a few people, but beautiful stained glass.
Yeah, they had a lot of stained glass in this thing. It was pretty cool. I think this is the Baroque style of church, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, wow, it's kind of quiet in here.
That's kind of how churches are usually.
Yeah, we have to provide commentary.
I can start saying the Mass if you'd like. My memory's a little flawed, so it might be a bit off. Dennis is getting all choked up here. He gets a little into the religious aspect of things and gets a little emotional at times, but it's okay.
No, I think I'm coming down with pneumonia or something.
Oh, well, there's that.
Yeah, so cleared my something out. At least I can talk now. But yeah, there's all sorts of details up here in the church. You can spend a lot of time. This, you can do your readings. This is quite a fancy little thing. And they got those cherubs. I learned something. Cherubs are babies with wings.
Yeah, yeah. I forget what they call those little wooden things up on the top.
Oh,
Man.
and this brought back flashbacks for both of us, though. I don't know, Jeff, did you have any good memories of what happened all through here?
I think priests got their jollies off of listening to all of the stuff that kids did wrong and
Well, it was like confession.
listening to all the scandalous things that were going on.
Well, yeah, you had to confess your sins, and that's pretty traumatic, especially for like young boys, back in the day for us. We were sinning left and right.
I was completely innocent.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only one Trump. Don't even try that. You weren't that innocent. All right. So, you think that's real gold?
I think that's probably that gold, what do you call it, gold leaf?
Oh.
It's a thin veneer gold, but who knows? Prague didn't really have the colonial thing going on.
This might be all silver, though. Wow, precious stuff. Well, priceless, as they say, right? You can't
Yeah.
replace that.
It's not like in Toledo, they've got a cathedral there where they've got a monstrance that's like 6 feet tall that's made out of solid gold.
There's
Looted from their colonies in the New World, of course. Czechoslovakia was not quite as active in colonizing.
Yeah, look at another lion. I see lions all over the place. They're like the lions. They're like the king of the jungle, baby.
Hey, man, they like to take people into the deep side of the swimming pool for some reason. I don't know. Apparently that's a thing in Africa, but don't go swimming with a lion is all I can suggest. Or Dan Campbell, for that matter.
Yeah, Captain Caveman. That's
Yeah.
what you. That's a nickname you came up with for him. Yeah, but
Early on.
yes. He kind he kind of fits that role.
Yeah, yeah. There's some gargoyles here.
Yeah, they incorporate the gutters with these gargoyles too. Look at this. This one, yeah, it's amazing. And flying buttresses. You went to Catholic school. You know about that, right?
I try to forget about that as much as possible. This part of the castle is called the Golden Lane for some reason. It's all the artisan shops. Well, back in the day, these housed artisans. Like, you'd have a shoemaker, the painter, various little shops within the castle, so all charmingly colored and kind of miniature in size almost.
Like a miniature Greenfield village.
Yeah, the
But-
ceilings were a little low, and it just felt like, well, people were probably smaller back then.
Yeah, they didn't have the diet we have now, that nice high fat, high cholesterol, high meat diet. It didn't help me, though. I'm only 5 feet 5 inches, so.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, so, yeah. Strike a pose, right, Jeff?
yeah. Come on, man.
Well, take a
The
picture.
statue has it right.
Take a picture so you have a memory. Yeah, there was a slight rainfall here and there, but nothing too over threatening. Here's the different rooms in this, like a boutique hotel for sure. What, there's only 55?
Yeah, and as the front desk guy was telling us, they each room was initially going to be decorated to meet a theme, and that lasted until they realized it was going to cost a ton of money, and promptly they abandoned that scheme. So they're still pretty cool, though. The rooms, the one we stayed in was I forget what the name of it was, but it was pretty cool.
Look what they can do with Jameson bottles. Is that artistic?
You know what? The guy at the local bar around here, Randy's, does that exact same thing, so I think they copied from him. Pretty sure.
Probably.
Butchie, you got a copyright infringement, buddy. All we got to do is go back to Prague and we'll sort this out.
Oh, here you are, Jeff.
Beer in Prague.
That's damn good beer. You got one of those beer? Oh no, you're okay.
God, that put a smile on your face, didn't it, Jeff?
They got good beer. And duck. It's not something you get around here too often.
Yeah. What was that, the nighty night? Okay, yeah, this is going to be the next day. This is Saturday morning. And just get up looking at the ceiling, and it's a nice, like lumber cut logs, hewn cut. Oh, there's a term for it. Nice wood floor. When they do that diagonal cut, that costs extra when you do that pattern thing. But definitely a boutique hotel. That's the thing you could swing around.
Yeah, halberd.
Yeah. It works too.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, shower, and shave. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do first. Plus, there's that. What's that thing, Jeff?
The bidet.
Did you figure that all out?
I was familiar. Not my first time in Europe.
Here's the breakfast display.
Yeah, this was all just the assorted side dishes they had, but you could also get an omelet or pancakes or whatever kind of eggs you wanted. They had a few different options. All custom cooked for you right there. And that was all included in the room rate. So it was a really good deal and really good food. And again, here's the options. Omelets, ham and bacon with eggs, pancakes. So, yeah, good stuff.
I did the waffle thing.
Yeah, Dennis chose the healthy option.
Yeah, powdered sugar. Mm-mm.
Powdered sugar, chocolate sauce, real heavy whipped cream.
I like to say art is everywhere, even in the salt and pepper shakers. I was just mesmerized how it's like the yin and the yang kind of thing.
I can't believe Dennis didn't steal those.
No, my evil twin thinks along those lines, but I have a conscience at times, not all the time. Here, but look at this poof of steam. I guess that starts it off. But yeah, look at this thing.
I'm no connoisseur or anything, but free cappuccino and espresso, I abuse that privilege.
No, that was a great little thing, what they had. And then they had other desserts. I mean, if you went to a restaurant back home,
Dennis, man, you were just fascinated by these salt and pepper
I know
shakers.
they go together because it was done earlier. It's like a Rubik's Cube.
I'm
for
glad
me.
you figured this out by the end, because
There.
There
Now
you
I
go.
can leave safely knowing that I didn't destroy nothing and left it in proper order. But yeah, this was a guest book they had right by the front desk, and people love this place. So people spent some time doing their little diagrams and caricatures and stuff. And then this one made a postcard out of this thing.
That dude, wow. Damn.
Now we gotta wait for the kind of like an Uber, what you call it, a Volt or something. You did it on your phone. I let you.
Yeah,
handle
the majority of the time, Bolt was the better option. And
Bolt, B-O-L-T.
Yeah, in Europe, it seems to be a popular way to get around, and it's cheap.
And you had a phone app for it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It works
okay.
exactly
Like-
the same way Uber does.
Perfect. So yeah, we're en route to the airport, and we're gonna fly to Amsterdam, and we have about a 13-hour layover in Amsterdam, and then we fly back to Detroit the following morning. But this, Jeff, you can explain this whole scenario. We were kind of relaxing here. We had a little.
Yeah, it was very relaxing. I left my cell phone on a kiosk where we checked in, and we walked around for a while. I went to the bathroom. We bought something to drink, and then I realized I didn't know where my phone was. So chased all around, retracing our steps throughout the terminal, and Dennis found a fun little game to play with here.
Oh yeah,
But
was
I
amusing.
managed to come across a lady who was checking in at the time, and she said she thought my phone was part of the kiosk check-in thing because it was just sitting next to it.
Yeah,
So,
we were trying to-
fortunately, it was untouched.
We were trying to do the pre-board process or whatever, get your ticket, and so we went to one of those self-serve kiosks, but you laid your phone on the top. It wasn't one of those angled type kiosks. It was just flat, and your black phone matched perfectly with the black attire of the box.
Yeah.
So you did your pre-board thing or whatever, and you left your phone there. Thankfully, nobody picked it up and walked off with it.
That would have sucked pretty hard.
You were freaking out for a spell there, but then you calmed yourself down. Did this help at all?
The Slivovice and the beer.
Still got your phone?
I do. Dennis was making sure I had not misplaced my phone again. Helpfully.
Well, earlier in the trip, you lost a battery charger or whatever.
I lost a pair of shorts. I lose a lot of things when I travel.
One year you lost your camera back in the day when cell phones weren't the thing.
Yeah, I lost my wallet in Rome.
Jesus.
Well, in Sorrento, actually.
Here, nice shot glass here.
Me sampling the Slivovice again.
Yeah.
Doing a little quality control.
So we're not going to take the Polish Airlines, however you pronounce that. Here, though, it's KLM, which is a subsidiary or a joint partner with Delta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're delayed.
Yeah, so we had to just kind of try to relax as best we could.
Which involves some more Slivovice.
They had little of these things that you could take a ride on. I was just about to get my quarters out, and those kids. Jeff, lift your foot up. Okay, we're having issues here in the studio. Wow, almost a disaster happened. Anyways, took the flight, and then it's coming to land here in Amsterdam. And so this was Saturday afternoon. So we'll have one night in Amsterdam. Look at this below sea level, which is true. It's amazing, this city. So airport information. Jeff had set up a hotel outside, but we had to drive in a little bit to get to the red light district in Amsterdam. But first got to set up the hotel kind of thing. Schiphol. It's a beautiful airport. I like the terminal. It's
a big sprawling beast.
Yeah, but I think they've shot movies with that from outside this terminal, like action movies and stuff. But this was, everything was squared off, kind of like right angles here. The toilet's square. The control panel square. The sink is square. But that's the modern look that's popular now. The sink there, the refrigerator's square, and there's the lobby. But yeah, we want to make it downtown, so.
This place wasn't really convenient to public transport. It wasn't particularly close to the airport either. It kind of, I don't know how it gets away with calling itself an airport hotel.
Yeah, it was probably a half-hour ride or a little bit longer, but it was tricky the way the guy drove through.
He was insane. He hit some kind of fender or something in the freeway. He bounced off a rail.
Anyways, he dropped us where we wanted to be.
Yes, he did.
Oh, you can't drink in public. 100 euro.
100 euros, yeah.
It's over $100 US because a euro is slightly more than the US. Some streets are just set up for pedestrians there. But yeah, this was the first time I've ever been. How about you, Jeff?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We walked out, and it's wild because they have these canals running right in the middle of the streets, and there's no fence or anything, so you could just drunkenly stumble into one of these, or possibly after indulging in one of the cafes. It just seems like not a great idea, but apparently it works.
Yeah, a lot of these canals don't really have good fencing along them, and if somebody just wanted to push you in, it would be easy enough, and you'd end up in the drink. But, or you could stumble in on your own. I'm sure that's happened in the past.
Yeah.
There was this was a crazy eccentric bar. We had a drink there as we try to get our bearings because it's a crazy. There on your Google Maps phone, it shows the red light district, and it's not all just about red lights, is it, Jeff? There's more.
No, there's more than that. It was pretty much a zoo.
Well, there was a special evening. All the youngsters were in town because there was kind of like a techno music fest.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they have an erotic nightclub. Moulin Rouge. That rings a bell.
Yeah, it's a lot of these are pretty much tourist traps these days, but they also have the working girls in the windows here, which I don't think we got any footage of because they threaten you with a severe fine if you are caught filming or taking pictures.
Yeah, so even just with your cell phone, let alone a video camera. But yeah, I think it was 250 euros, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was something pretty steep.
So
I don't think we have any footage of the human zoo that was down every side street here.
oh, you're not supposed to urinate either. Oh my gosh.
Don't piss in the canals.
They have rules here, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, drink
Damn
inside.
it.
This is the street where the ladies are. I guess there's
and you can see what a zoo it is.
Yeah, but wow. Well, there you have it. Crazy how some cities are, how wild they can be.
Yeah, people
We're-
just
we're-
come to gawk, and it's kind of embarrassing. I mean, I don't know. It just was weird.
It was, but it's got history or so forth. But the neighborhood had a nice vibe. Those little bars, none of them were like very big. They were all little quaint little places.
Yeah, there was a couple of those coffee bars, though, where it felt cliquey. Like, if you weren't, like, part of a known group, they didn't want you in there. Like, they wouldn't serve you or didn't want to serve you, and it just was, I don't know. A few of the places had kind of an unfriendly vibe about them. Not overall. I mean, for the most part, most of these places were really cool, but there was a couple places we went into where just,
Well, I don't know, touristy type thing.
I'm sure, yeah, these are probably places where people have been coming for years and they're sick of being raided by tourists, so,
Look at all the bikes here.
Yeah, that's the incredible thing about the Dutch. They like their bikes. This is a night, keep in mind, where it's raining. And there are thousands of bikes everywhere. The Bulldog apparently is the oldest cafe in Amsterdam, the weed bar. And here's the menu.
Yeah, look at some of the names here.
So most of these are mixed with tobacco. There was only a few options that didn't have tobacco pre-mixed into it, which the Europeans and the way they smoke, I just don't understand it, but whatever.
All right, where are we located now? I see how far I walk.
I think we were trying to find somewhere to eat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And everything was crowded right in that central district because of that music festival.
This was not good. Dennis was going to follow this dude into this alleyway, and it just looked really dicey.
Yeah, there were a lot of young kids in their 20s, and
this was a really narrow, not well. There was nobody in the alley, and it was like really kind of weird. The vibe was off. Here you can see the canals, though. There's like no fence or anything. You could just walk right into it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, wondering during the daytime if there's boats running up and down here quite a bit or how that plays out. But I'm sure we didn't see Amsterdam by day. We're just seeing it by night here. But
Yeah, we just caught it for a few hours, and it was cool.
oh, they have hosts. Yeah, it was down this street that they had the ladies. Down this alley. That's as much as you'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you stayed at one bar and I walked around a little bit. I wanted to see some of the places.
Yeah, I had a bit of a foot injury, but
Yeah, I just wanted to walk around, and the street pattern was really, you could still get it turned around if you had the Google Maps. But then I don't know if that was like a church here, but there was a street sweeper, and I love watching these things in action. That thing's like pretty quick. I had to chase it around the thing, but yeah, they were doing some nighttime cleaning here. Oh, now I caught up to him. This is a job I think I could handle. Alrighty. I followed him for quite a spell there, but yeah, he's keeping the streets nice and clean here in Amsterdam. But yeah, I could have spent the whole night until like 4 or 5 in the morning, but we had an early flight the next day, didn't we?
yeah, it was. I think that one ended up getting delayed or something too, didn't it?
Maybe an hour.
An hour or so, anyway.
Yeah.
Which probably was fortunate because that's a big airport. It's a sprawling airport, and it takes a while to get anywhere. They're not big on moving walkways or anything, and it's just a big airport. Crowded.
Oh yeah, here. Catch that. Did you see that, Jeff?
Yeah, some.
Yeah, let me show you that again. If anybody knows this guy, report this to the authorities. Watch, it's coming up. This kid just threw a bike into the canal. There ought to be a law. Look at that. Get
what
him.
a douche.
Get him. And off he went. But yeah, kids nowadays. That happened at 10 p.m. There you go. Saturday night. Yeah. Call the cops.
What an a-hole.
Anyways, yeah. This was going to be the end of this nice trip we had. 3 fabulous cities in Central Europe. And, yeah, travel is cool, Jeff.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, you're going on a trip next month, aren't you?
16 days. Yep.
You're going, well, tell people where you're going.
Portugal.
Sounds like a nice place to go.
Well, yeah, shall see, but it looks pretty promising.
All right, well, they got some shopping here. I like sometimes at nighttime when people light up their storefronts. This is Magic Truffles. I did not know about this. Well, they got high Hawaiians, Dutch dragons. Let me see if we can read one of these things. Pink paradise. Mush rocks. Oh, that's in Norwegian. Oh, zoom. Here it says, zoom like an asteroid through time and space to the heart of the galaxy. And then it goes on. If you take this thing, you think that happens? That would be amazing.
I think whoever wrote these was really, really high.
Yeah, okay, for more info. Oh, I don't know if I showed the site.
Yeah.
Oh. I think we made it back. All right. No, still downtown. The reflection there looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Love was out here. Thai massage. So they even got that going on too?
I'm shocked they'd have that in a red light district.
Yeah. Well, that might be the soft version. Or the entry level into the red light district just to get a massage. All right. Oh, there's another place, and it, God, just so happens it's open. All right, this is like looking at photographs after you took them to get developed, and you get it like 2 months later. So it's like, I know I was walking around town. That was an interesting sign, but yeah, just little scenes of Amsterdam. They have a subway. I didn't have time to ride it or try it out. They have beer. You experienced the beer. You didn't drink Heineken when you were in...
No. Just whatever the local bar featured on tap. It was decent. I gotta say, Czechoslovakian beer was better, though.
Here's some boats that they had in the canal. I'm sure during the daytime the city has a different feel or look to it. But that just means have to travel back sometime. But Amsterdam's a pretty good hub. If you're going to fly to Europe, pretty much going to end up in Amsterdam, Paris, or London, right? And then transfer from there.
Depending on where in Europe you're going, yeah.
Yeah, I think we agreed to meet at a certain time. And I'm walking around checking out some of these windows. Somebody was getting ready for Halloween, which is cool. And somehow I got turned around and had trouble finding my way back. But you got delayed because it was such a busy night in town. You couldn't get one of those Bolt drivers. You kept getting, or they canceled it, or what?
Well, when you try to get them late at night, it's harder to get them, and they kept canceling when they figured out what the journey was going to entail and how long it was. It was difficult because of the electronic music festival.
Yeah, and a lot of young kids were using that avenue, so it was probably came down to a supply and demand issue.
Right, and they'd rather do a bunch of short rides and clock more money than take them one long ride.
Yeah, the guy that drove us back decided at the end that was the end of his night. He was going home.
He said he had worked like 20 hours straight or something.
Yeah, you can't blame him then. Yeah, I liked some of these winding streets. It's not cookie cutter, 90 degrees kind of thing. It's unique, one-off kind of shops and storefronts. And then the canals, you just don't see that everywhere. So that was kind of cool. That's the flag for Netherlands. Triple X. They do it up. They for the red light district. That must be their. They
Didn't know they had a flag.
They fly that freely. The red light district flag, the Triple X. Here, look at these streetcars. You have any idea what that building is?
I wasn't there, so
Yeah.
I don't even know where you're at here.
Yeah, I just walked to the next busiest street or whatnot.
Not a clue. I didn't really research Amsterdam. I didn't know what we were going to do or whatever.
Yeah, we spent 3 nights in Budapest, 3 in Vienna, and 3 in Budapest, but just 1 here in Amsterdam. But still, it was worth the visit to check this out.
Yeah.
They got... That might have been one of those special bars. Sea Palace. Yeah, but they were definitely into the bikes. You have to, as a pedestrian, you really have to be careful too. Walking. I almost think that they have the right of way. Yeah, there it is again, the Triple X.
Yeah.
Yeah, first things first. Display it prominently. Well, I forget what time we decided we'd meet. Now we're on our way back. They got a few modern buildings. Executive, that's where we stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Or I did a Heineken. Maybe you tried something different. But yeah, that was the red light district area that we were at. And I should be showing where the hotel is. But I guess I was concerned I had gotten turned around. Okay. So where the blue dot is, but that was still at least a half hour, 40-minute drive.
It's a 40-minute drive, yeah.
Look, The Hague.
Mm.
All right, well, we had like a breakfast. Wasn't too crazy. You could get cereal. Well, we haven't made it to breakfast yet. This is still... Well, they got a fitness room. The hotels and stuff that we were at, these things went unused.
Yeah, well, it was pretty late at night. I mean...
Yeah, but we didn't... When we stayed at a hotel... we didn't much care for all those extra things. But the nice breakfast in the morning was really sweet.
Yeah.
All right, that's some kind of juice. Then they had apples. Look at it, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I've heard that before.
Yep.
So there's your bread, Jeff. You got a selection, coffee, pastries. I think all the granola type stuff. Eggs, pancakes. Bacon. You like bacon?
That did not look very appetizing.
Yeah, you can find something,
Yeah,
but
the bacon needed some work.
yeah, it just needed to be cooked a little more.
Yeah.
All right, we had a good driver. He was slick. He knew how to get in, and we got right up front. There was a big ass long line to get in, and he just went right around all that. So, is there somebody behind that clock?
It looks that way.
Okay, well, we're going to take a Delta flight from Amsterdam to Detroit. So all in one fell swoop. I like their control tower.
And the shared responsibility of everyone on board. So before we depart, please pay attention to this important message.
Take a moment to review the safety information card in your seat pocket. While we finish our safety...
Ladies and gentlemen from flight deck, once again, good morning. We are going to be next for takeoff. Very short taxi for us this morning. This time, let's have our flight attendants, please.
Are you excited about getting back to Detroit?
No.
Well, I was. The Lions were playing well. Wanted to get an update on all that. Oh, they served us a breakfast type thing here. The fruit thing, spiced chicken savory pastry. Double chocolate mousse. Doubly delicious. And it was good, as I recall.
That was, I think, the only edible part of that whole experience.
Oh, Jeff, you're too hard to please. Anyways, we're coming on in. Outside temperature minus 60 degrees. Yikes. It was cold out there. All right, Jeff, hang in there. We just got 2.5 minutes, or about 2 minutes, and we should be done.
Yeah, that was not, whatever that was. That was not that good.
Yeah, I forget what that was, but
It was some kind of
that was lunch or something.
chicken and something or other. Mostly breading. Mostly shitty.
Jeff. All right, 46 in Romulus. Look at that nice tower.
Yeah, this is the funnest part of the plane experience,
Oh yeah, the mad dash to get your.
where it inexplicably takes 25 minutes to get out of a goddamn airplane.
Jeff, you got to take the good with the bad. Here's the football-inspired bridge.
Is that what's inspiring that?
Yeah, football-inspired. Yeah, for the Super Bowl XL. But yeah, made it back home. They're checking on Marty. He seems to be doing just quite fine. The leaves are turning yellowish here. The birch tree out front. So Darren didn't. Well, gotta put some bird food in that thing. But the Dirty Show. The logo works. That's great. But yeah, this is the birch tree. It's like prime time here. But this was, we arrived on Sunday.
Very evocative of the trip.
We arrived back home. Yeah,
Squirrel.
to nice sunny day. But yeah, Sunday, October 22nd, and then you had to get ready for work the next day, didn't you, Jeff?
I did.
All right, folks. But thanks for watching the series. This will conclude the the whole show kind of thing. So,
Hasta la vista.
yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and have a nice evening.
Bye, everybody.